Next up, we have Sadek from HNK Strategies.
Hello, everyone. This is not working. Oh, or working. The embarrassing moment where I'm too short for the podium, but it'll do. So, my name is Sadek from Hill & Knowlton Strategies, and I'm here to talk to you about a campaign we did for our client called Intel in Egypt. Once I have my presentation up.
Hi guys, I'm here to tell you a little story. You probably know about the Middle East region. Places like Dubai, wow, the beach, the money. Egypt, oh remember Egypt, the pyramids, nice stuff. Oh, they had the revolution. Oil in Saudi Arabia. I'm here to tell you about a different perspective from this region. We could come up with very creative stuff with as little dollars as possible that we get. Limited resources, limited people, we still can deliver exciting, creative results.
In just a few months, Egypt's Facebook users increased from 3 million to 7.5 million users.
I remember we had a meeting in February, right after the revolution, and I guess at that time one of the options we are considering is to shut down our Facebook fan page.
But then we realized that social media is the place to be.
We needed to convince like 12 people across the region, stakeholders, how strategic it is to invest in social media, and we need to be there.
And that's when we decided to do Egypt Tomorrow. Egypt Tomorrow is the campaign with a focus on rebuilding innovation, entrepreneurship, education, and healthcare in Egypt. In just 6 months, we managed to attract 75,000 fans starting from 2000.
Fantastic, isn't it? The future for Intel is in emerging markets. The future is in a place like the Middle East, where more than 50% of the population is young people.
In the aftermath of the Jan 25th revolution, we faced a challenge, something that I like to call the PR equation. How can we talk Intel post-revolution when everyone was so consumed with the current affairs and the conversations happening around them? How can we frame Intel's communications without being viewed too negatively? I'm a public relations agency, and I need to know how to do that. The solution was actually pretty simple. We needed to stay in line with Intel's strategy of showing thought and technology leadership. We needed to stay relevant to the national movement of a better tomorrow. And that's where we came up with the campaign Egypt Tomorrow, IT Vision for a Brighter Future, showing Egyptians how harnessing the power of technology can propel the nation forward. This is an aggressive campaign that ensured to garner consumers' attention, responsiveness, and total relevance. Our objectives were pretty clear. We needed to drive traffic into our Facebook fan page. We needed to create hot angles for new topics. And we needed to take clear ownership of the issue at hand. How can technology empower Egypt's tomorrow? And that's when we decided to step into our planning and brainstorming room at Hill & Knowlton Strategies, as well as talk to the client. What do you want to talk about? Which themes and which tools should we be utilizing? Our first idea was, why should we enforce our ideas upon the consumers? Why don't we hear from them? And that's when we decided to start up our pulse systems. We asked the consumers on our fan page, which sectors do you want us to hear technology empowering? Which sectors do you want to know about? The winners are education, innovation and entrepreneurship, e-services, and healthcare. Our next step was to find out which tools and the journey that we needed to take our consumers on. We needed to make sure they were interested, we needed to make sure that they were informative, and we needed to make sure that they start actioning. And that's where we started using things like informative articles that are posted on discussion boards on our Egypt Tomorrow tab, and calling for them to give us their opinions on these articles. We started doing media interviews as well as doing awareness sessions. We brought in people, invited them on Facebook to the Sawi Culture Wheel, talking about each topic. And our last thing was we started calling for action. You have an idea, give it to us, post it on our fan page, and you might be the lucky winner. Ask Intel how you think this project can come to life through technology, and you might be the lucky winner. I'm happy to say that at the start of the campaign, the Intel Egypt fan page, which was launched by Hill & Knowlton Strategies in July 2010, had 2,500 fans. By the end of the first phase of the Egypt Tomorrow campaign, which was due to last 3 months, we had 35,000 fans. And in just 1 month, interactive users rose from 1,500 to 34,000. This led the campaign extension to another 3 months. By the end of the 6 months, we had 75,000 fans. The majority of the new likes were coming directly from the news feeds on the page, which is a clear indication that the main attraction on our fan page was content. We were using Arabic, we were being interactive, and that's where the users were interested. Oh. The campaign also increased consumer dependence on Intel for general information and advice on technology. That's where the Intel Egypt fan page turned into a support center talking about any relevant information regarding technology. You wanted to know which computer was relevant to you, you would ask us, and we had a dedicated team from Hill & Knowlton Strategies and Intel, ensuring that no questions were left unanswered. And proud to say, we made headline news in pretty much every single publication as the first social media campaign that were thinking about Egypt. And most importantly, a very happy client. We're not stopping there. The journey is being continued. I'm happy to say that Egypt Tomorrow is no longer just a PR campaign. It is the strategy of Intel Egypt in all operations. It is now their country strategy. We have the consumer campaign launching. We're posting competitions. We're calling them to give us their ideas, and we'll interact with them directly, and we'll be providing a lot of gifts. We're having our third Sawi session talking about innovation and entrepreneurship based on requests from the fans. And we're thinking digital across all of our campaigns. Now, do you have any questions for my answers?
Cool. Thanks for your presentation. I'm just curious, did you face any obstacles along the way? And I mean, obviously, you're tapping into a very big movement in society, and then you kind of have a brand coming in. Any kind of, kickback that you, or kind of opposition that you faced in terms of, a brand going in and kind of leveraging a movement across the nation? Did you face any of that?
Our only issue was to really know what we're saying and ensuring that we're not dragged into a political conversation. Intel being a multinational, we do not want to associate the brand with any politics. So we had to ensure that people understood what Egypt Tomorrow is. Egypt Tomorrow is how can technology empower Egypt rather than what the revolution's happening. We're moving forward, you want to move with us. And that's where content was very, very important. It had to be interactive, and it had to be informative, and it had to stay away from politics.
Why did you have to wait for the revolution?
Back then, relevance was product. Everyone was interested in the product. Post the revolution, conversations changed. That's when we had to change conversation as well.
What would you say was the most innovative aspect of your campaign?
The fact that we did this solely on digital, did not rely on traditional public relations activities, and that it got coverage in traditional public relation tools. So it was a pure digital campaign.
Any questions from the audience?
Thank you for your presentation. I have two questions here. What is the main difference you have noticed in managing this campaign as a non-profit business to the other campaigns running before in a profitable business? I understand this Egypt Tomorrow is non-profit organization or non-profit relation, public relation work. The other question is, what are the most industries you have been encountered from people they wanted to work after Egypt moved to the revolution? Is it education? Is it telecommunication? What are those most industries you found that attracted those people?
Okay. I don't know the most industries. I believe the government would know, so I wouldn't talk about that. But in terms of profit, the idea here wasn't really profit making. It was using Intel as a brand and being mentioned in a conversation with Egyptians. Intel is not a product that you go buy. It's a product within a product. It's what's in your PC. And to have consumers understand what this product is, as well as rely on it, is very important. The whole reason why Egypt Tomorrow was done is to build Intel's image as a thought leader and a technology leader, someone they would rely on, someone they would want and seek. And that's what we achieved. People were talking to us, wanting to know for us. And people were going to their laptops and looking for the Intel brand before they buy. And that's what leads to profit.
Hello.
Hello.
From the tweets, I wanted to share some of the opinions that are mentioned there since I'm here. They're asking about the ethics of this campaign. Like, why are we using a revolution in order to buzz on, and then we say we don't want to deal with politics? Other people are mentioning, and if that was right, that's what you care about. Why under the name of Intel, not under the name of another branch, like a fund from your side, and why did it stop? It didn't continue. I'm just saying what they're mentioning on Twitter.
First of all, we're not using the revolution. We're changing our conversation. We're no longer talking products. We're talking a relevant topic that is related to what the people want to talk about in Egypt. Should have we continued talking products, our fan page would have died. We needed to change our language, and that's why Egypt Tomorrow came. It's a simple change of communication language. Sorry, your second question again? It hasn't stopped. Egypt Tomorrow is continuing until the end of 2012, as far as I know, and it's now the strategy of Intel moving forward.